Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. And in today's video I'm really excited because I'm going to be introducing my TBR game, which I'm going to be calling TBR Cards. I don't know if anything like this already exists, to be honest. I haven't looked because I didn't want it to influence my own game. But like, this was definitely inspired by Cody's Book Corner's Will of TBR and Becca's Bookopoly. I just love TBR games, and for me personally, having a really structured TBR doesn't really work, so this allows me to still have a lot of choice whilst still having that element of fun of the TBR game. I really hope this works, and if you like it or you have any suggestions for how I could improve it, please let me know in the comments. I'm going to go through the rules quickly now. So each month I'm going to have a pack of cards, and this pack will include jokers, and I'm going to shuffle, and I think for now I'm just going to pick 4 cards each month, and each of the cards correlates to a different prompt that I have to then choose a book to fit. So I'm going to start by explaining what each of the prompts are. So if I get a card that's got hearts, say this is the 8 of hearts, that would mean that I have to read a contemporary or a romance book. I just thought it was fitting because hearts is like love, and this is a genre that I do enjoy reading, but that I just sometimes don't always pick up, so that's one for that one. If I get a spades, that means I have to read a mystery or a thriller. I kind of went with spade because it's like a weapon, or they could dig graves or something, like, I don't know, it was just that kind of idea. I have a lot of mystery thrillers on my shelf, and I don't tend to pick them up because I don't seem to often be in the mood for them, so this was an idea to help me get through them quicker. If I get clubs, it's a fantasy or a sci-fi. And if I get diamonds, then I have to pick a book that's in a series. This can be a series continuation or the first book in a series. This is just to encourage me to actually read the series that I have and to try and finish them, because I'm really bad at that. Now, the more in-depth ones I have are, if I get a Jack in any suit, then I have to read a book off of my Kindle. Jack obviously won't come up as frequently as the other numbers because there's only 4 Jacks in a pack, but Kindle books, I don't have that many, but I do have some that I just forget about, so I thought this would be a good idea. Queen for any suit is a friend or family will pick, and this is a way to kind of see what my friends and my family like to read, but also maybe to push me out of my comfort zone a bit. If I get a king in any suit, that means I have to pick an intimidating book. Now this can be intimidating in different ways. For example, it could be a big book, or it could be a book that I'm highly anticipating, so I'm afraid to start, or it could be a book that I've heard mixed things about. It's just something that I've been putting off because I'm a bit scared to read it. And then an ace, it would mean that I have to read a book from my top 10 books to read in 2020. I have got a video up about that. I'm not doing a very good job so far, so I thought this would encourage me. And then finally, if I get a joker, then I have any choice that I want. I can choose whatever book I want, or I can leave it up to my own decision during the rest of the month. There's only 2 jokers. I just thought this would be a bit nice for me to do. So I'm gonna shuffle the cards now. I'm not the best at shuffling, so yes. Right, and then I'm just gonna spread them out. I can't see what they are, and I'm just gonna pick this one. And that is the 6 of spades. So that means I have to read a mystery or a thriller. For the 6 of spades, I'm gonna read A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. This is a book that I've heard loads about, and it's actually one of my most recent purchases, so that will get it off my TBR quite quickly. All I really know about this one is that there's this girl called Pip, and she's currently trying to do her EPQ, which is kind of like an A-level in the UK, and for her EPQ she wants to focus on this murder that happened in her town. There was a girl that was murdered, and her boyfriend was then found in the woods as he had committed suicide, so everyone assumed that he had killed her, but Pip doesn't think that it was him and that she thinks there's more to the story, so she's going to try and uncover what actually happened. I've heard great things about this one, so I hope that I'll enjoy that one. Now I'm going to shuffle these again, and spread them out, and I'll go for this one. And that is the 5 of Diamonds. So diamonds means I have to read a series or a series continuation. For that one, I'm going to choose A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. This is actually going to be a reread. I recently bought A Court of Frost and Starlight, and I want to reread this series before going on to Court of Frost and Starlight. And also, it has been confirmed that the newest book is coming out in January, so I want to start my reread of this. This is my favourite series, so I'm sure I'll fly through this one. I think everyone kind of knows what this series is about, but just in case you don't, it follows this girl called Feyre, and she one day is in the woods and she kills a wolf, and it turns out that this wolf is actually a fairy in disguise, and because she killed it, that means they have a life for a life. So Tamlin, who is the ruler of the Spring Court, which is in the fairyland, he comes and he offers her the choice. He can either kill her for the life that she took, or she can go and live with him in the fairy realm. So that's what she does. And it's basically like a Beauty and the Beast retelling. It's amazing. I love Sarah J. Maas. So yes, I would definitely recommend this series if you haven't checked it out yet, and I'm excited to reread it this month. I'm gonna shuffle these again, spread them out, and I'm gonna go for this one, which is the 8 of Hearts. So that means that I need to read a contemporary or a romance. For that one, I'm going to pick 99% Mine by Sally Thorne. I actually have this on my Kindle and I'm buddy reading this with my best friend. I've read The Hating Game by Sally Thorne and it was one of my favourite reads ever. But I heard really mixed things about 99% Mine, so yeah, I'm just being a bit cautious when I'm going into this one. It's about childhood friends to enemies to lovers kind of storyline as they're renovating her grandma's house. I'm going to shuffle these one last time. And I'll go for this one, which is the 8 of Diamonds. As I got a diamond, that means that I have to choose a series or a series continuation. And for that, I'm going to choose The Library of the Unwritten by A.J. Hackworth. I have this on my Kindle, and this is also another book that I'm buddy reading with some of my friends in Australia. All I know about this one is that Riley Marie read it and she really hyped it up, and I think it's set in a library in hell where all the stories that are unfinished go. I don't really know, to be honest, what it's about. I know some of my friends have already read it and they really loved it, so I'm very excited to check this one out. So that is this month's TBR cards. Now I'm just going to talk about a few of the other books that I do want to get to for the rest of the month. The first book, and the book that I'm actually currently reading, is Such a Fun Age by Kylie Reid. I heard about this on Jessie from Bowties Books' channel. This follows 2 points of views. There's Amira, who is a babysitter and she is black, and Alex, who is the child's mother and she is a white feminist influencer. And basically one night when Amira is babysitting the child, the security guard approaches them and thinks that she has kidnapped this child, and it kind of follows the events after that. This so far has taken twists that I wasn't expecting, so I'm very excited to see what happens in the rest of the story. I also want to read Pretending by Holly Bourne, which I'll also be reading on my Kindle. This is a contemporary romance, and all I know about it is that it follows catfishing of some kind. I've heard great things about Holly Bourne's writing style, so I'm very excited to check this one out. I would also love to get to A Court of Mist and Fury if I could this month. It's very thick though, so that might be a bit of a stretch, but this is like my favourite book. Besides, I don't know, this is my favourite book alongside Normal People, so I really want to reread this. The last book that I really would like to finish this month is Becoming by Michelle Obama, which I'm listening to on audiobook, and I've been listening to this for months, but it just takes me ages to get through audiobooks. I would like to finish it this month just so that I can get it out of the way. I think I need a break from audiobooks, to be honest. I'm not enjoying them at the moment. I don't know whether that's just the books I'm reading or I'm just not in the mood, but I'm not really going out and about, which is when I would normally listen to an audiobook, so I think sticking to physically reading from next month on might be the best option for me. So here are the physical books that I've picked for my TBR this month. Please let me know what you're hoping to read down in the comments, and let me know what your thoughts are about TBR cards. I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.